Hey guys, as I stated in the last video, um, Dave had to take some calls from his grandma. She was in the hospital. She's fine. This one's gonna be a little chopped up, um, but I'll do my best, and everything's gonna work out good. So just bear with us. Thanks.
You know those commercials where it's like Christmas time and the guy gives the lady like a little box and she opens it up and there's a key in it.
Yeah, right. Okay.
He walks out the door and there's like a car with a bow on it.
Usually a BMW.
It's like a BMW or like an
Right.
Escalade or something
Yeah.
like that. And she's ultra happy about it.
Oh, thank
Oh,
you.
baby, just what I always wanted. Da, 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 da.
Uh-huh.
How often do you think that actually has ever happened?
um I in my circles in my world, never. But I'm sure in some form or fashion in the world that's something that happens.
I'm I'm just saying that if I got Jen a brand new car with our like with our joint money or whatever, and I gave it to her as a Christmas present, she would be pissed.
Yes.
Like,
Oh yes.
why didn't you consult me about this gigantic purchase that we're now in debt for?
Yeah. You have to be making like 100 grand a year, if not more, for that
Right.
to be something that you wouldn't start thinking about. Like, we have to make payments on this now?
Wait. You saddled me with a mortgage?
Yeah.
You know, like, hello?
Hello.
Ugh. Look, man, like I can't buy a television, you
True.
know, without consulting the gods,
Right.
let alone a brand new car.
Yeah, I'm trying to get a monitor. We were talking about this earlier.
Yeah, you're
Yeah,
using an old television right now.
I am using an old television. It works. It works fine.
I mean, clearly, you can
Yeah.
see through it, and that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Joey, roll the intro.
Let's go.
Been hating my job, I need to quit. Where'd I go wrong? Is this really it? I need to pick me up. Can you fix me up today? I can't keep living this way.
Hi, buddy.
Hey. So today, I thought we could talk about some large purchases. You know, those nightmares, the ones that are out of whack, the ones that are like, you're buying a car, you're buying a boat, you're buying a house. I mean, look right behind you. That's all right there.
The two best days in a boat owner's life is the day he buys his boat and the day he sells it.
Sells his boat. Yes. And it's very, very true. I can tell you that. I bought a $200 boat from ex supervisor of mine, and all it's been is a pain, and I have to find storage for it pretty much. So,
It's storage for stuff.
because that's all it does is sit and it's stored. It also is very leaky and not able to actually be a boat at the moment. So it's kind of used as like a cover for other stuff at the moment.
Of course.
If I've had it for years and it's just sat over there most of the time, it was used, just
Yeah.
not enough for me to actually have spent the $200 I spent on it.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But that is not what the question is today. Because the question is, let me get.
What large purchase gave you instant buyer's remorse?
So
You guys are writing it bigger now. I like that.
yeah, we got it down a little bit better. So what about you? You say yours and then I'll say mine.
Large purchase to give me instant buyer's remorse.
Instant, yes.
I don't know. I don't tend to like compulsively buy huge things. I think I bought a camera once.
Mm-hmm.
That was like big money, and then it was like you can only record for 25 minutes before it shuts off. I was like, well, that's not what I want, and I returned it. You know.
See, and you returned it. See, that was a smart thing. Me, on the other hand, I'm gonna say two. One was a drone I bought for my wedding, which I realized after I bought it, we weren't gonna use it for the wedding. We were gonna use it for video and stuff because it had all this stuff where it would, follow you and take audio and video and stuff, right? But there's no way that we were going to be able to use it. Nobody else was going to be able to figure out how to use it beforehand because nobody was around us, right?
Also, let me just paint this picture for you. You're standing there up at the altar, dearly beloved. We are gathered here to.
Right.
It sounds like a vacuum cleaner the whole time.
Not something I totally thought all the way through, but we still did go through with the purchase and we got it and we still tried to figure out how to use it and all that stuff. And it was a great drone, but it sat and we didn't end up using it for the wedding. I ended up giving it to my nephew as a birthday present, I think it was, or Christmas present.
Best uncle ever giving me this $800 drone.
It wasn't $800, but it was a good, middle of the road drone, I'm going to say. The other one was a car. Bought a 07 Tahoe because the ex-wife needed it. And as soon as I signed those papers, I was like, this is stupid. There's no reason for us to have gotten this thing. And lo and behold, she not only hogged it, but ended up taking it after the divorce and then lapsing on the payments. And yeah, that was fun.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Did you do a quick claim or anything like that on it, or no?
No.
So you gotta do, Bubba.
Yeah.
Next time, call your old buddy Dave, who used to work for a lawyer.
Yeah. I mean, it's all figured out now, I think. But
fingers crossed.
Yeah. But it definitely had instant remorse for that one.
I bet. It sounds like it did not go well.
It did not go well.
I've never bought a house. I bought my car. But that car's dope.
Right.
It's a total pain in the butt because people keep trying to smack it. Drunk driver smacked the mirror off of it just the other night. And like I had just replaced the mirror from the last time somebody vandalized it.
Like smacked it? Like
no, like drove at me and like cut real like close enough to hit my my passenger side mirror.
See, and that's what happens when you live in LA.
This wasn't in LA. It was in LA County for sure. But yeah, it was this was in one of the smaller areas.
Okay.
So and now I'm paying another $400 to get that dang mirror back on because lo and behold, mine is the only model that doesn't have its own aftermarket anything.
That's the way it always is. That's the way it always is. It doesn't matter what car you have.
I have a 2016. I have a 2016 hybrid, right?
Right.
If I had a 2017 hybrid or a 2015 hybrid, it
would have been fine.
I could replace them.
Yep.
For pennies.
No problem.
No problem at all. No, I mean I could get the batteries reinstalled for who cares. You know what I mean? Like buy a pack of Duracells and I'd be okay. But like No, for whatever reason, my one just it's like, oh no, we only sell that at the dealership at dealership prices with
Yeah.
tariffs.
Yep.
You know,
Yep.
uh,
Always, always the model that you own is the model that they don't make the aftermarket parts for.
yeah, my one, just mine. Yeah.
Always.
Yeah, it was a case of the plug wasn't like I was just gonna buy an aftermarket one and just change the plug out,
Right.
and I did that. I changed the plug out like a friggin' electronic genius. Right, I was so good at that. Changed it up. I'm awesome. I soldered. I did all the big work, and then I went to put it back. I went to put it in the thing,
Yeah.
and the bolts are just maybe like an eighth of an inch off.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
So it doesn't fit mechanically. And I'm about to get a drill. So just further destroy my freaking car.
I mean, the mirror will be on then. You don't have to worry about it.
Yeah. Well, until the next guy decides to smack my mirror off.
Yeah, well, that didn't happen until like a week later. So
it's true. like seriously, somebody like I was parked outside of Jen's house, and somebody just whacked it with a bat. We have footage.
really,
Yeah, just was whacking everybody's like stuff outside. Just being a hit mine specifically, like hit everybody else in the metal parts of their car. Smashed my rearview mirror off, and then just continued to just slightly dent everybody else's.
yours was the one he chose to actually break a whole piece off.
A whole thing that was just like dangling for however long, and then when I was I noticed it as I was pulling into my house. What in the hell?
Huh? Yeah.
Yeah. So, because I mean, which shows how often I look at my right-hand passenger
Right.
mirror when I'm driving. I really should be more aware.
See, that was a sign. That was a sign for you to make sure that you're checking that mirror.
Seriously. And now I can't help but look at the nothing that's there.
That's training for when you get it fixed.
I'm just saying, once it's on there, I'm gonna feel a sense of security though, and then it's just gonna be all like, it's there now.
Perfect.
I'm gonna drive with a blindfold now.
Yeah. At least it's on that side though, because that's the side where like, you know, all the like tuner racer guys, if they're to lighten their cars up, they'll take that right side rear view off to lighten up stuff a little bit. Not that it weighs even 5 pounds, but still that
doesn't even weigh up like a pound. I mean, I think it's like 0.75 pounds.
But that's the one that they take off because you can look back to get the view, you know, to see your blind spot. You don't need that mirror. This one on this side's the driver's side's the one that you actually need.
That's because you have a physical barrier between you and the left.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay, that's dumb, and I hate that. And I'm okay, so I might drive cars like stunt style and everything else.
See,
I don't care about being faster than everybody else.
You're not fast or furious?
I might be furious, but only because everybody else around me is trying to be fast.
That I'll give you that. I will give you that.
I just say passive aggressive things or aggressive things while I'm driving. My road rage is just me saying mean things to you.
As long as my windows
Under my breath with the windows up.
Scream my heart out. Right?
Yeah. Under my breath with the windows up. That's my road rage.
Yep.
This is why you don't have any friends. This is why your mother never loved you. Yeah. I never understood getting violent over cars.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes it's just something that happens. You get that rage built up inside you, and then you just explode.
No, weirdly, I don't have that very often. It's my rage involves people doing horrible things as opposed to like cutting me off. You know, like if somebody cuts you off like in an asshole way, right? I'll be madder than if they cut me off. You see what I'm saying?
Because you're more worried about other people.
I guess so.
Yeah.
It's either that or I'm a doormat. You know.
No. It's more about you're more worried about the other person, the people that you love.
I guess so.
Yeah.
Stop making me out to be some guy who cares. Don't do that.
Just about other people. It's okay.
Speaking about guys who care, am I the a-hole for using money we earmarked for our 6-month-old college fund to buy back the exact 1972 Ford Bronco I owned as a teenager?
Okay. I'm getting the 72 Bronco because that is a good year for it was the big Bronco, not the like the one I had. It was like the really big one. And you can throw giant motors in that thing. I'm not saying this is a good idea. I'm just saying that that's a good truck. So,
I mean, whether or not it's a good truck is immaterial to me.
yeah.
Earmarked for our 6-month-old's college fund. That hits me right in the poverty. You know what I mean? Like, bruh.
Yeah.
Come on. Why would you?
Nah.
This is clearly a throwaway account by my 1972 pony 7 years ago. So how to begin with this? I realize that on paper, I am totally the a-hole, but when you dig deeper into my motivations, I'm hoping it's more of a gray area than anything else, and maybe I even did the right thing. Let's start on this endless track of justification. When I was a teenager, my dad bought me a classic 72 Ford Bronco. It was my true passion, and I don't recall a memory from high school that somehow doesn't involve that truck. Plus, my dad and I would spend hours and hours working on it together, and we went through that especially father-son rough patch when I was a teenager. Okay. And we went through that especially father-son rough patch when I was a teenager that it was always that Bronco that brought us back together.
Hold the light still.
What's that?
Hold the light still. That's not still enough. Yeah.
Some of the worst memories I have involve working on cars. And most of the times that's when my feelings got hurt, even because I'm a very emotional boy.
Yes.
And I was even worse as a child.
Yes.
I'm not faulting my father, but I 100% did not have the emotional fortitude to work on cars with him at the time.
Trying to upset you, but it definitely happened.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, no, for sure. Absolutely. Working on cars with my dad was an exercise in futility for both of us.
Yeah. Definitely.
I love my dad, and I would gladly work on cars with him now, but when I was 11, it was just no fly zone for me.
Yeah. No.
Okay. I made a huge mistake and sold the truck when I turned 19, and my dad died of a heart attack 2 months later. Ooh. So while not logical, I've always felt a karmic connection between the two events. We had a baby in early February. She is our first and the light of my life. My wife is doing well, but she's back at work, and she's realized that she hates all the daycares we've tried and really wants to be a stay-at-home mom. And plus, she's still very hormonal from delivery, lack of sleep, and breastfeeding. So she's having a rough time and is angry a lot. I guess I need to say this. Okay. 2 weeks ago, when you start off with "my wife's hormonal as hell,"
right,
it does not bode well for the rest of your sentence.
You have the baby, and now the hormones are just going crazy. I'm like, dude, that's no. It has a lot to do with you.
Babe, this ain't a Judd Apatow movie. You don't get to just say things like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No.
You're a real jerk. Hormones. No, sir. Don't do that.
No. Down, boy.
Ooh, my friend, you must relax your third eye. Unclench, my friend. Unclench. Oh, my goodness. 2 weeks ago, I was driving through our town's warehouse district, and I saw a Bronco that was pretty beat up but resembled mine. I stopped just for nostalgia's sake, and the owner came out and let me take a look inside. My dad and I had glued a wheat penny under the dash as sort of a security measure, so I just sort of checked, and god dang if it wasn't my Bronco. I asked him if, gosh, Jiminy Jillikers. Well, he used more salty language than I'm willing to say.
Oh no, I know. I see.
I asked him if he'd ever consider selling it. He said actually someone was on the I-25 as we spoke from Colorado to buy it for $21,000. Wait, what?
It depends on what motor's in it, but yeah.
Nope. I fully disbelieve this now.
No.
Oh, sir. I freaked out and asked him if I could buy it right then and there for $23,000. He said if I could come up with the cash, then yes. I had been procrastinating setting up a 529, so I had $12,000 in savings that my wife's parents had given us. I maxed out my credit card to Venmo, and my mom bought I maxed out my credit card to Venmo, and my mom brought down a check for $4,000, and I effing drove away in my old car. It was like a dream come true, like a literal dream come true. It needs a lot of work. It needs a lot of work I can't afford right now, but it's mine. Like in my driveway, mine. Again, I can't describe what a joy this is.
Whoa. Okay. So $12,000 from savings that his wife's
in-laws gave you.
Parents had get. What are you thinking?
Maxed out his credit card for a beat up junker of a Bronco,
and his mom brought a $4,000 check.
This guy got swindled, man.
He's it's not even the fact that he's swindled, it's he's screwed at this point.
Well, also he got swindled. If it's a beat up, needs a ton of work car, 21 grand is insane.
True. I
7 years.
That, true, but it depends on it all depends on the year and the motor and all that kind of stuff. Like if it's something that could be rebuilt to be the awesomeness, then yeah, like if it's got like a Cobra J engine in it or something like that, like that motor is worth a lot of money.
It's super guaranteed does not have that.
I'm not going to say anything about that. I'm just going to say the price could happen. That's what I'm going to say.
Not if it's as beat up as he says it is. Like you could have a top of the line. You could fly a 747 into my garage right now.
No, you can't.
Set it on fire, puncture the tires, like chainsaw one of the wings off, and then try to sell it to me for $40,000, and I'm gonna be like, no, sir. You know,
you could probably make a good amount of money off of that.
Look, how much it's not a perfect metaphor, but either way. Look, don't try to sell me a beat up tin cup for $5.
There you go. No tin cups.
Okay, so the next sentence is the most correct sentence I've ever read in my life. My wife and her parents are furious with me.
Oh, of course.
Of course they are. They feel I was deceptive, that a real man would have sacrificed anything and everything so my wife could go stay at home with his kids. And that's setting aside that they gave us the money for a college fund. My point is my daughter is only 6 months old. We have 18 years to set up a college fund for her. But this Bronco means everything to me, and I wouldn't have acted. And if I wouldn't have acted, it would have been gone forever. Now, it can be the same connection between me and my kids. To me, it's the literal meaning of happiness. Like I said, on paper, a-hole. Whole story, gray area. How do you guys see it?
You want to read the edits first?
I'm not going to read the edits first. I'm going to fully say that this guy is the a-hole.
I'm going to say, okay, you finish your stuff.
It's absolutely bananas to not make a phone call and plead your case, right? This is the exact 72. Shut up. Shut up. Just shut up. You're an idiot. You're a terrible human being for taking your child's college fund, $12,000 worth of it, then putting your family into more debt, and borrowing $4,000 from your mother to buy a car that isn't worth that much money. You didn't even test drive it. You know what I mean? Like, none of this stuff happened. He just saw it, found a wheat penny, and was all like, "That's my car. I'm gotta have it right now." That guy saw you coming from 8 miles away, sir. Not only are you a poor decision maker, you're a bad husband.
Well, although I do see your side of it, and I agree in some aspects, but I also want to say, like, he's talking about how he wants it to be the thing that's a good thing between him and his kids, like it was for him and his dad. And his dad is no longer here. So that gives them kind of a connection to their grandfather that they wouldn't have. So I'm going to say that the sentimental value in itself is, a good amount. I'm not saying that he was right not calling the wife. I'm not saying he was right draining the account or borrowing money from his mother. I'm not saying that he did any of this in the correct way. I'm saying the thought behind it, that was okay.
This is where we're going to disagree.
So you don't think it's a good thing?
Because I don't think that was his initial motivation. I think his initial motivation was, "Oh, sweet, the car I worked on with my dad. I can fix it up and have my car to drive. Blah, blah, blah." And then the moment he got in trouble, he came up with, "But we could have this for the kids, and this is clearly for my child and me to work on together. How dare you judge my selflessness when I'm doing this?" This was the hey, don't hit me. I did something for my kid. He says in retrospect.
Okay. Probably with this guy, probably with all the things that he jumped through to get it in the first place, probably. But I'm, as a father myself, I can say that in a situation like that, that would have been one of my main points in wanting to get it back. Would I have called my wife? Yes. Would she have said no? Yes. Would I have had the money in the first place to do it? Hell no. But the thought of being able to do that, like I did with my father, that would be enough for me to want to get it back, whatever condition it's in, as long as it's not a pile of rust.
Right. Hold that thought, bud. Your point was you're being a dad, blah, blah, blah.
Yes. Mostly it's just me having the thought process of being able to give my kids something that my dad can't anymore in that situation. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I get that 100%. That is great, and those words probably would have worked better before the purchase.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yes.
Like I know your wife. She would, if the same situation was happening,
gut me.
But if you called her and asked about it,
yes, then there would be an actual conversation.
There would be a conversation about it, and you guys would either ultimately say, "We can get an old junker one to work on and glue a penny on it," or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, or she would be all like, "Well, she is only 6 months old. We can make up that extra money.
We can figure it out." Yeah.
Yeah. So, like, honestly,
I did not talk to her though. She'd gut me, stem to stern.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yes. Yep. Toes to nose, as they say. Yep. Oh boy. Okay, so now I'm going to read the edits. Edit 1. I had no idea this would go so one way. Didn't you though? I guess I messed up. I talked with my mom, and she is basically going to buy the Bronco from me in order to refill the college fund and pay off the credit card. The 4K will be a gift, and she's going to give me whatever I need to restore it. She's always been awesome to me, and she'd rather the money be spent now than wait for me and my sister's inheritance. Okay. Sorry to get everyone so mad at me. I was thinking with my emotions and acted badly.
See,
Well,
it worked out.
it worked out because mommy has deep pockets.
Yep. Yep. Exactly.
Edit 2. Are the mommy bailed you out comments really necessary? I found a solution, and it's coming from me and my sister's inheritance, so it's not like I'm not paying for it on my own eventually. Well, edit 3. My inbox is so buried, I have no idea what those icons are that are where gold used to be. Does anyone know what those are? Edit 4. I'm getting a 403 error whenever I try to respond. Not sure what that means, but I'm still reading because honestly, I'm afraid to go home, even with the great news. I know my wife is going to be upset for one reason or another. Oh, pal.
Oh.
That is not the way to put that.
She is also far beyond upset.
Oh, I mean, yeah. And that's when she snapped.
Yeah.
Edit 5. Does anyone know what error 403 means? I message moderators, but they must be busy. Since I can't respond to any posts, and I get the status 403 whenever I try. Edit in the morning. So I'm guessing he's just doing away with the numbers. I couldn't figure out why I was getting so many privates, but I guess this must be locked now. I didn't tell my wife that my mom bailed me out and lied and said I found a buyer for the Bronco. I'll figure out how to cross that bridge when I get there, but my wife is relieved that I had come to your senses. I don't want to disappoint her. It's going to take all my lying skills to pull this one off over the next few years.
See, okay,
Bro.
so you didn't tell her about it in the first place, and took all this money to buy it that you shouldn't have. Then you told her afterwards and expected everything to be okay. So all of that's wrong. Now, even though mommy bailed you out with, her deep pockets or, whatever, I'm not even sure the sister's going to get an inheritance now. But so you did all that. And now, instead of just telling your wife that mommy made it better, you've decided to not only lie, but continue lying about it to make it better. This doesn't seem like a smart idea. Not that I think that this guy could have figured out another way to do it.
My man refuses to learn the lesson. Okay, you can lead an idiot to the library, but you cannot make him think. Like,
Right.
my man, how do you start off as the a-hole and then bury yourself further while fixing the problem? How do you make yourself worse by fixing the problem?
Technically, he did fix the problem. Well, mommy fixed the problem, but
Mom fixed the problem.
still, I mean, the problem is fixed. He's just making another problem by lying to his wife more. And the reason there's no more edits is because he didn't want to put on here that she left him.
Seriously, the reason there's no more edits is because he's fully divorced.
He's fully on his own now, living in that Bronco.
Oh my goodness.
That was,
I mean, this one feels pretty samey. Let's see. Yes, this is 6 years ago by Snoo3532512. Am I the a-hole for taking $15,000 out of my daughter's college fund to buy myself a new car?
this doesn't sound any better.
I have an 8-year-old daughter, and to make college more easily accessible for her, my ex-wife and I each put money into a shared fund for her. My ex-wife and I do not get along, but we make an effort for the sake of our daughter. That's fair. At the end of last year, my car basically blew up. Completely blew a gasket, broke down every time I drove it, and ended up being written off. My current wife and I decided to save for a new car and to wait for one I was sure I wanted as I left my old car.
Current wife.
Current wife, yes. Uh, not 3 wives from now, but the current one.
The current.
On my way home, on my way home from work, I drive past a really high-end car dealership. Basically sells vintage top-class cars. They're absolutely beautiful. Yeah, I see where it's going to.
Yeah.
Absolutely beautiful, but I'm never went in because they're extremely expensive. A few days ago, I drove past it and thought, why not? I'll have a look and just not buy anything. I walked in and saw a truly beautiful Mustang, rang my wife and told her I'd found a car that I wanted. We hadn't saved enough, so I used the money from our savings and without thinking, dipped into the college fund my ex-wife and I have for our daughter. It was just under $15,000. I rang the ex-wife after I'd bought it to tell her and assured her I'd put the money back in, but she went ballistic, telling me that she'd basically just paid for my car as she puts more money in monthly than I do. I said that was ridiculous and that it doesn't matter because it's my money too. She's now going on about suing me and all sorts, which is just ridiculous.
Yeah. Yes, you are the a-hole.
I feel like I don't even need to go into the comments on this one. It is exactly the one before it, except with an ex-wife, and it might just be the same guy from the first one.
It might be cut and dry, a-hole, don't even need to go anywhere.
He's a jerk. Move on.
Think about other people.
Let's see. Oh, there's so many of these. Am I the a-hole? Let's see. For spending $5,000 without the approval of my wife from Far Rub 8. Off the title alone, you might be inclined to call me an a-hole, but hear me out. I'm 31. She's 30. We have a 2-year-old son. My wife has never worked in her life, which is fine. I spent a lot of time studying in her youth, and she has a great She spent a lot of time studying in her youth, and she has a great degree. She wanted to work after college, but we had a child, and she decided of her own accord to be a stay-at-home mother. This is all fine to me. I make enough to support us all. Not life-changing money, but comfortable money. $80K a year or thereabouts. Okay, let me start off by saying $80K a year is life-changing money.
Yeah, definitely.
That's big. That's big money.
That's big money.
Oh, goodness gracious. And with the tax write-offs you get with having a wife and a child.
Right.
Shut up. All right. Every year around September to October, I get a nice bonus, always a lump sum, usually $4,000 to $8,000.
Oh,
This year, I received a $5,000 bonus. Our finances are shared, of course. I don't mind. I live very frugally. The only thing I sometimes splurge on is music. I might spend $1,000 a year on a guitar or keyboard gear, and I always refer to my wife first. Okay. That is until I broached the idea of a new guitar. It's just about $5,000 after taxes and etc. This is literally my only hobby that costs any money. I might spend only $2,000 a year on personal leisure, so while this new guitar is a big purchase, it's really the only thing I can entertain myself with. She said this is too big of a purchase and gave me an emphatic no. It's not even a thing of we can use it on XYZ instead. It's you can't buy things that cost this much.
My nephew works for Boeing, and so he makes a good amount of money. Shout out, Alex. How you doing?
Yep.
And he buys a lot of guitars. I don't think he spent $5,000, but I know he spent $2,000 on a guitar. But he has a good collection going. He knows how to play them too, so it's not like he's just buying things because they look pretty. But still, like, he has expendable money too, so let him buy it. You know,
$100 on a guitar, and I felt the pain of that.
Yeah.
Because I'm poor most of the time.
I hear you.
Let's see, but I did it anyways. It's my money, especially since it's the performance-based bonus, and I don't regret it. This is probably the best thing I've ever bought for myself. I felt like a 10-year-old on Christmas Day, a feeling I seldom get. I know you shouldn't spend money without spouse approval for something this big, but I disagreed with her reasoning that $5,000 is just too much to spend on something. It doesn't hurt us financially, so why not? Am I the a-hole? Yes.
I mean, less than the other guys, but still, yeah.
Yeah. So, for more info, without going too much into our financial situation, $5,000 is almost nothing. We have $15,000 in a college fund already. We live in Canada, so tuition is already subsidized and cheap otherwise. And our savings is $40,000 of my income. I'd say about 20% goes into savings or work into the house, renovations, etc. Less than 5% for my leisure, around 5% for her leisure. While I make $80K a year plus bonus, our bills amount to maybe $15,000 a year.
I mean, I could see how 5,000 isn't really that big of a deal in that situation. Only in numbers, by the way, not physically. If I would never spend $5,000 on a guitar. $5,000 on a car, maybe. $5,000 on the trailer. But it would have to be a really nice trailer.
Seriously.
I mean, but things that I could actually use, not something that sits around and I play every once in a while, and because it obviously isn't his job. He's not a guitarist for Black Sabbath or anything, right?
Sure.
So
I'm going to take it in another direction. Yes, he's technically the breadwinner of the house, right?
Right.
It's not his money, though.
No,
right? It is their money.
Their money.
Him being of the idea that it is just his money when he wants a nice, pretty thing,
right.
And their money when it's her stuff or whatever. It's he's taking the position of breadwinner as a power play,
right?
As opposed to being part of the how do you put it, the contract, the social contract that you enter into when you have a stay-at-home mother and a breadwinning father, right? Or to that matter, of a breadwinning mother and a stay-at-home father. I mean, either way, the stay-at-home parent is doing a lot and foregoing making money so that they can do more around the house and rear the child and make sure all that other stuff.
Right.
It's a full-time 24-hour job. So I mean, whether or not you agree that it is a job that being a stay-at-home parent is immaterial, if you're in the social contract of being married and having a stay-at-home one of the two of you, then it is no longer just your money. It is you're in a partnership, and part of that partnership is you bring in the money and they do stuff at the house.
Right.
So it is not just your money, my guy. I'm sorry to tell you, you are the beehole.
You are definitely.
Today, 2 years ago, Ductoid. Today, I effed up by accidentally buying 109 pounds of grapes, and things just went downhill from there.
Nice.
The store I shopped at least, excuse me, Dave can read. The store I shopped at last week had a special on grapes, $2 a box, but no way to weigh the boxes. They have the kind of scale that hangs from 3 chains, and the boxes didn't fit in them. So I got 4 boxes of grapes, large boxes. I wanted to make a batch of wine for $8. It was a steal. The first thing I did after leaving the store was get a shopping cart stuck in a rut in the parking lot, and I couldn't pull it back out. A stranger helped me get it out.
How big is the rut?
Who knows?
It's a lot. Okay.
And just fell into a cavern, I guess.
Yeah.
Then I got home and was able to weigh them. A 5-gallon batch of wine uses 50 to 80 pounds of grapes. I had 109 pounds. Oops. Okay, so I hand pressed the grapes through a rack meant for cooling cookies. 3 hours later, I have enough to mash to fill my 5-gallon fermentation bucket. And there are still more than half the grapes in my fridge. I decided to embrace the F up and made jam with one of the cases. I was at least happy to have a reason to use that no/low sugar pectin I bought a few years ago.
Which
4
word?
hours 4 hours later, I got 22 pints of jam. 2 quarts didn't fit in the canner. I just tossed them in the fridge with screw-on lids, but the rest of it is all set for the pantry. But none of it actually jellied. The direction said it might take a few hours or overnight to get thick, but nope. The pectin must have been too old. Yeah. I'm going to have to unseal all the jars and recook it with sugar and can it again. And I still got like 30 pounds of grapes in the fridge. So I decided to turn my canner into fermentation bucket number 2 and make 5 extra gallons of wine. With the brilliant idea that I can use some of the unjellied jars of grapes to top it off, since it'll be a little short, and that will save me some reprocessing time with the jam.
I don't know if that's a good idea.
Well, we're going to find out here in a minute. 4 more hours of hand mashing grapes, and the bucket's full, or almost. I do have to top it off with the liquid non-jam jam. I figure I'll start with the 2 quarts from the fridge that never got sealed. I grabbed them from the basement. WTF, they aren't liquid. They are full-on jelly now.
Yep.
The effers jellied up in the fridge, so now I realize I can't use them and can't use any of the others that are still liquid at room temp because I can't have my wine gelling up if I refrigerate it. Somewhere in there, I realized the store gave me a senior discount for being over 60, which I didn't ask for, and it's not a store with a loyalty card where they'd have my birthday on file. The cashier was just like, yeah, this one's obviously over 60. Don't need to card her. I've been 60 for like 2 weeks. This was especially demoralizing because I'd just been trying on dresses from my closet to see if they still fit for an event I'm going to this Wednesday and was feeling smug because they did fit. And I was thinking, I look good in them. You go, girl.
Yeah.
I was specifically thinking, I don't look anywhere near 60. Pfft, wrong about that. I look old.
That's kind of sad.
poor gal.
Poor gal.
Oh man. I got a call from the event host today asking where I was. I wrote down the date wrong. The event was yesterday and I missed it.
Oh no.
No. And I need to buy either more grapes or more juice to finish the second bucket of wine.
Oh man.
Oh. Here's my quick fix. Don't make 5 gallons of wine. Make 4.5 gallons of wine.
I mean, she's got the 5 gallons. It's don't make 10 gallons of wine.
Right. Make 9.75 gallons of wine.
Yeah. There you go. You don't need to make the full 10. You can just,
And you know what? That kid probably thinks I look 60. So you know what? I think you're gorgeous, madam. You do you.
You
Okay?
do you.
And that event was going to be stuffy anyway. Come on. It was
Right.
gonna be
You know it.
all of these things together, if you look at it the right way, it actually measures up pretty well. You made some awesome jam. You
Yeah.
made 9 3/4 gallons of wine.
Yeah.
We're gonna have a garden party next week because of it. Let's do this.
There you go. Perfect.
That one made me feel good actually to give advice. Those other 2 were terrible. Why do we keep getting those ones?
Well, those are the ones that I look for because they're more fun. A little bit of a side note, but also good advice because my wife does canning and we've used that same type of pectin before and it does take longer for it to set. It happened to our stuff too. So you just have to wait it out. Let it do its thing. It will set.
And it helps if you refrigerate it.
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
Have to be refrigerated. If you have
It slows the molecules enough to
definitely
chill it and jill it.
actual advice. Haha.
Hey. Yeah, my mom makes jam all the time. Oh, she makes the best jam.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Mm.
I'm sad that they don't have the blackberry bushes anymore
Oh.
and the cherry trees and all that. Man, she made the heckin' good jam. I tell you what.
Mm.
Tell you what, son. Oh. Anyway. Let's see. Shall we do one more?
Yeah, let's do one more.
All right. This is not one. Ugh. I don't like Ask Reddit threads because they're not like. I mean, I like them to read, but I don't like to read them.
You ask for them.
I did not.
You.
This'll do. Okay. Today I effed up trying to buy an Instant Pot at Target and probably ending up on a terrorist watch list.
Nice.
7 years ago.
You got a lot louder there for a second.
Oh, my bad. I got really excited.
No.
So 7 years ago, the tax man cometh. This started yesterday, but I didn't realize my F up until today. Yesterday, I stumbled on a price mistake for the 6-quart Instant Pot at Target. They were ringing up at $10 a piece instead of $80. I decided I would get some Christmas shopping done early and flip a few. I ordered 10 for in-store pickup and 10 for delivery in case either order got canceled. While the delivery order was canceled, I got an email that the in-store pickup was ready. I go to Target and give them my ID. They look it up and can't find it at first. I give them the order number, and I hear the one guy say to the other something about it being canceled, and they are both giving me odd looks. The one says he has to let the manager know I'm here, so they radio over, and the manager says it was canceled because of the price mistake. Seems a little odd that they needed the manager over for the radio just for that, but I didn't think much of it. Fast forward to a little earlier this afternoon. The doorbell rings and my wife comes and tells me there are 2 guys at the door asking for me. I step outside and they identify themselves as detectives from the State Police Counterterrorism Unit.
What?
And they start questioning me about why I'm trying to buy 10 pressure cookers and if I know what they can be used for, if I'm making bombs, and so on. They even have a picture of my car from the Target parking lot. I did my best to explain the price mistake and how I found it, etc. I think they accepted my explanation, but I'm still nervous that I'm on a watch list now. TLDR tried to take advantage of a price mistake and buy 10 Instant Pots at Target. Got interrogated by State Police Counterterrorism Unit while I was buying 10 pressure cookers that could be used to make bombas.
Well, always make sure that you're taking advantage of those price mistakes and stuff like that, but also try and keep from getting arrested.
Look, I probably would have bought 10 Instant Pots too.
Yeah,
dude,
definitely.
Those things are a steal at $10. Are you kidding me?
Oh yeah.
That being said, I would have bought each one separately.
Yes.
Less chance of them canceling you so quick. So, yeah. Also, maybe think a little harder about what you are trying to achieve with that.
Right.
How many people do you know that honestly are going to want Instant Pots?
I mean, you could sell them on Marketplace, Facebook Marketplace.
Sure, but like
at $10, you can sell them for $20 and you get double, right? You're making $10 profit each one minimum, but also
$200,
for more than that.
Well, you're making $200, right?
Right.
So, but either way. Also, Instant Pots are scary.
Nah.
I always think they're going to blow up on me.
Yeah, you sound like those people with the fryers for the turkeys. Like, oh, I'm so afraid it's going to burn my house down. Well, don't put it close to your house. Use your brain.
Sure, but an Instant Pot is used indoors.
Yeah, but there is way less. It's way less likely for that to blow.
Sure, and like logically, I know that, right?
Right.
But like, I've seen way too many movies where steam builds up and things explode, and
yeah, but those are movies.
Yeah. and they're
Not based on
scary.
real life, and you know that.
I do know that. I like what I'm saying is I know that logically. That doesn't change that I have emotions and illogical thoughts.
Okay, that is very true. That is very true. Both
Thank
both
you. Good gravy.
maybe a little bit more
Brother, can't be human around here. Shoot. It's like I don't like to lean on the mossy side of a tree because of that one movie where Stephen King was the guy who like picked up a meteorite in his lawn, and then he became a grass demon. Don't like that either.
I don't think I remember that one.
It's from what is it? It's oh no. It's like it's Fright Night. It's the Fright Night movies.
Fright Night? Okay.
Yeah, or yeah, something like that. I think it's either Fright Night or Tales from the Crypt, but it's the one. But Stephen King was in it. In what was the hillbilly, quote unquote, who picks up a meteorite that fell from the sky that landed in his lawn, and like he slowly starts getting covered in grass and moss.
I think I remember something about that, but it was a long time ago that I saw it. If I'm remembering right.
Yeah, it freaks me out.
Yeah.
That's why the mossy side of trees freak me out a little bit. So, you know, I know it's crazy. I know it's stupid, but also, give me the wheelies.
Yeah. That's kind of like them telling us when we were kids that quicksand was going to be more of a problem.
I find I have not run into as much quicksand as I previously thought. You know?
As much? I'm going to say none.
Look, John Mulaney has like a whole bit on that, I think.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, where he's just like, I always thought there was quicksand or whatever, and it's hilarious. You got to look it up. That guy is funny as heck. But no, quicksand's not a thing that we have to deal with. We have to deal with mortgages and
that's a scary
car notes and boats.
Yeah.
And I think your little artist rendition of us there totally sells it.
Yeah, it does too.
Oh,
Knew it was going to work out.
It's true. Buddy Bear, I think that's it for us, huh?
Yeah, I think that's a good solid hour for us.
Well, it might be a little less solid because of but that's okay. It's close enough to an hour.
It's close to an hour.
If they want more, they'll just have to subscribe.
Yeah, like and share and subscribe and all that kind of stuff.
Follow us on Acast or on Apple Podcasts, or leave us a message in Spotify in the comments,
or Instagram. We do shorts on Instagram and Facebook now,
and YouTube.
We do YouTubes. That's where the videos go. So if you want to see us instead of just hear us, find us on YouTube.
And if you want to hear us and not look at us, find us on Spotify.
Or pretty much anywhere you can.
Any podcatcher that you have. Either way, I've been Dave.
And I've been Will.
And that's us. Fixing your life. Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye. Bye.
Bye now. Bye now.
Been hating my job.
Bye now.
I need to quit. Where'd I go wrong? Is this really it? I need a pick me up. Can you fix me up today? I can't keep living this way.